CQDX, CQDX, CQDX. This is Havana calling. CQDX, CQDX, CQDX. This is Radio Havana calling all shortwave listeners and radio amateurs. Welcome to... DXers Unlimited, Radio Havana's weekly feature dedicated to the fascinating world of radio communications.
Hola, amigos radio aficionados, shortwave listeners, home brewers of radios and accessories for them, contest fans, and I may continue on and on with a long list of ways that you and I enjoy this wonderful hobby we know as radio. Imagine that your detailed shortwave propagation observations may lead someday to an until now unknown form of the behavior of the hemisphere. That has happened. I'm your host, Arnaldo Arnico, the Radio Amateur 2KK, and this is item 1 of this middle of the week edition of DXers Unlimited, your favorite radio hobby program. A nice news item, good news coming from Australia after the Radio Australia shortwave broadcast services went off the air. Listen now to the good news. New shortwave service. In May of 2017, Radio 4KZ in Eastvale, in far north Queensland, will commence transmissions on 5,055 kHz between 4 p.m. and about 9 a.m. 7 days a week. The station will run 1.5 kilowatts into an inverted V antenna and will be a full simulcast of 4KZ 531 kHz frequency. It expected that the service will provide satisfactory coverage to remote areas of the Cape where there are no AM or FM services available. Sincerely, Al Kirton, General Manager, NQ Radio. And congratulations go from DXers Unlimited to Mr. Kirton in Australia. And the world's shortwave listeners will surely look for the new station, amigo. And now an example of why systematic observations of the ionosphere may lead to new discoveries, new findings. A surprising event happened over Europe on the 2nd day of April. It is known as an ELV, an acronym that stands for emissions of light and very low frequency perturbations due to electromagnetic pulse sources. Yes, amigos, a giant ELV appeared over Europe. On April the 2nd, high above a thunderstorm in the Czech Republic, an enormous ring of light appeared in the night sky. Using a low-light video camera, amateur astronomer Martin Popek of Nidek photographed the 300-kilometer wide donut hovering near the edge of space. It appeared for just a split second alongside the constellation Orion, said Popek, the observer. This is an example of an event first seen by cameras on the space shuttle way back in 1990. ELVs appear when a pulse of electromagnetic radiation from cloud-to-ground lightning propagates up towards space and hits the base of the Earth's ionosphere. A faint ring of deep red light marks the broad spot where the electromagnetic pulse happens. For this to happen, the lightning needs to be very strong, very powerful, typically 150 to 350 kiloamperes. That's thousands of amperes, says Oscar van der Velde, a member of the lightning research group at the Universitat Politécnica de Catalunya in Spain. For comparison, the scientist adds normal cloud-to-ground flashes only reach 10 to 30,000 amperes. ELVs often appear alongside red sprites, which are also sparked by strong lightning. Indeed, Popek's camera caught a cluster of sprites dancing nearby the ELV. ELVs are elusive, and that's an understatement, blinking in and out of existence in only 1/1000th of a second. They are completely invisible to the human eye. For comparison, red sprites tend to last 400ths of a second, and regular lightning can scintillate for a second or even more. Their brevity explains why ELVs are a more recent discovery than other lightning-related phenomenon. It is quite a challenge to associate an ELV event with some kind of ionospheric propagation anomaly, but you can be sure that it does happen. It does exist. By the way, sprites caught by reverse lightning from the top of a cloud to the ionosphere are very probably linked to the formation of a sporadic E layer. In order to sustain that criteria, we can certainly correlate the number, duration, and intensity of thunderstorms with the formation of thin layers of ionization at the height of the E layer. Well known, this phenomena, to VHF, radio amateur DXers, and FM broadcast band DXers as sporadic E propagation. Stay tuned now for more Radio Hub-related information, direct and from the source, here at DXers Unlimited, and we'll continue in just a few seconds after a station ID. Radio Havana Cuba. The name of the show is DXers Unlimited, and here's our next radio related item. Loop antennas of all types, including the so-called elongated loops, have proven to help reduce the noise captured by other types of antennas, like the extra noisy verticals and the also noisy wire dipoles. A simplified and useful elongated loop is simple to build, requires no extra parts like terminating resistors, and can be tuned to at least 2 amateur bands that are harmonically related, plus providing good low noise reception on shortwave frequencies near the 2 resonant points. My version of the optimized folded dipole, the OFD antenna, was designed with the typical Cuban radio amateur operator station in mind. It is to be cut resonant on the 40 meters band and shows also good performance on the 15 meters band. The OFD folded dipole is made using number 14 or number 12 copper wire, and it works quite well with standard PVC insulated wire used for home electrical installations. The 2 wires are separated by about 50 to 60 centimeters and are kept at a uniform separation using fiberglass rods of about 12 millimeters diameter. And now, of course, let me translate from the metric system to inches and feet for those of you not familiar with meters and centimeters. The separation with the 2 wires that form the closed loop that is only split at the feet point is between 20 and 23 inches, while the fiberglass spreaders are of half an inch diameter or larger. I have also used thick-walled white PVC plumber's pipe of the type used for high-pressure water systems, but it will not last as long as the fiberglass rods because it can be affected by ultraviolet. And I also found out that it was a good idea to protect the PVC spreaders by applying 2 coats of high-quality enamel paint to the spreaders. You will also need to assemble a 4-to-1 balanced to unbalanced radio frequency transformer that is connected at the center or of the lower side of the dipole antenna. That's the feed point. You feed this antenna with 75 ohms coaxial cable that can be connected directly to older amateur transceivers that use vacuum tubes power amplifiers, or connect your coaxial feeder to an antenna tuner with 50 ohms output. What I have found out when replacing with the folded dipole a multiband vertical or a full-size half-wave or full-wave wire dipole is that my noise level picked up by the antenna is significantly lower than the noise picked up by the old antennas that were replaced. The OFD optimized folded dipole, 40 and 15 meters band version, has proven to work very well, measuring values of between 5 and 7 S units less noise. Yes, less noise than other antennas test at the same location. The standard size general purpose OFD antenna that is in use by several Cuban radio amateurs, the standard size general purpose optimized folded dipole antenna that is in use by several Cuban radio amateurs all around the island, living at inner city high radio frequency noise level locations, is cut for the 40 meters band that is the most popular high frequency band here in my country. The antenna overall length is 20 meters or 66 feet with the separation between the upper and lower wires of the folded dipole set to 60 centimeters or very near 2 feet. Fiberglass spreaders are hard to find here locally, so the antennas use thick-wall PVC pipe of 19 or 25 millimeters diameter, that is 3/4 to 1 inch diameter, to keep the 2 wires at a uniform separation all along the length of the antenna. The 4-to-1 balanced to unbalanced radio frequency impedance matching transformer is used to step down the typical around 300 ohms impedance of the folded dipole to 75 ohms, and also to adapt the balanced folded dipole to the unbalanced coaxial cable downlead. You use my simple pi network antenna tuner, and then it is possible to use the 20 meters overall length OFD antenna on the 30, 20, 17, and 15 meters amateur band by just tweaking the pi network tuner control for minimum standing wave ratio. And by the way, I have used this antenna at a remote site during a contest, a beach site, and it worked very well on 40 and 15 meters. Our D expedition for the contest also took to the site a half-size 10 meters long folded dipole to operate on 20 meters, and we also found out quite by chance that using the Pi network it loaded pretty well on the 15, 12, and 10 meters amateur bands, while keeping the advantage of being a very low noise pickup antenna. Si amigos, yes my friends, we mes a mí, building your own low-cost, highly efficient antennas is one of the 93 different ways that you and I can enjoy this wonderful radio hobby. And now, as always, at the end of the program, when I'm here in La Habana and can prepare it properly, here is Anicoto's high frequency plus low band VHF propagation update forecast. Solar activity continues at very low levels. Sunday, 0 sunspots, and Monday, single sunspot with the count to 13. And of course, very important to keep in mind that the low activity means poor propagation on the higher frequencies. Send your signal reports and comments to info.rhc@enet.cu or via airmail to Arnie Coro, Radio Havana Cuba, Havana, Cuba.
And that's all for today. This is Arnie Coro, Radio Amateur CO2KK, your host here at Radio Havana's DXers Unlimited, saying 73 and very good DX.
Thanks, Arnie. Arnie Coro, heard every Tuesday here with DXers Unlimited.